Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Smith, 62 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2. Is denied. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Goddard, the tight end, going in motion. And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 30. And now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 71-yard punt return. And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead.
Hey, rookie. That's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the second time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Here now, 2nd and 4. Swift going to try up the middle, and he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. Here's Sam Martin now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Taken from just outside the 30. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. We're back now in KC. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken a 4th quarter lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Here's 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that is incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, it's Johnson. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Minshew. He'll get this off to Swift. And he will hustle out of bounds. That stops the clock. But, boy, that's just a very minimal gain. And also, keep in mind, it's 4th down. Minshew not coming off. They'll try and go for it. Now Minshew. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Johnson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Mahomes going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Smith, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. On first down, it's Smith. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Smith. And the Chiefs are going to get him. James Harrison. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Fielded at the 33. Able to push his way through. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Devontae Smith, a dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. Now Patrick going to change the play. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead. Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Colts, so they no chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck. We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. 2nd down and 6 now. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Johnson punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Smith to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to wind up with a first down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there. Up the middle, Johnson. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.